good evening to all our very special people who are tuned in and listening for discussions on the bridge. Voice of King Ginger in the background, United Stand. Have to build on the present for the future. Good night again, and we've been having discussions for several weeks now about a physical bridge between St. Kitts and Nevis. And it seems to me as if people pay more attention to this when the waters are rough and they have to go to St. Kitts and they realize that, hey, listen, the boats may not move, or that the ride might not be as comfortable as they want it to be. Let's hear from the sponsors and then we'll be back. We'll be here until 9:40 this evening. We spend an hour on a Tuesday evening having discussions on the bridge. We'll be back after words from our sponsors.
We want finally to emphasize for national economic development and investment the big pictures that we painted 10, 15 years ago of physical connectivity between St. Kitts and Nevis. If that is possible and that is going to enhance our future development, let us go out.
Life's unpredictability is a constant reminder to be prepared. Let Nagico Insurances safeguard what matters most to you. Our comprehensive medical coverage includes dental, vision, and preventative care, ensuring your well-being. With a range of life insurance options, we assist in estate planning and cover significant expenses like education or home ownership. Contact Nagico now for tailored coverage that suits your needs. Nagico Insurances. Fast, fair, and always there.
I am the high performance engine inside her car. She buys me premium gas, not regular. She needs to feel my power when she turns me on. And when she mashes my gas, she needs to know, can I perform? Get ready for higher performance and superior gas mileage. As Delta Petroleum introduces the real premium gasoline. For your engine, wah, wah, wah. What it need, Delta high octane 93 trees. For your engine, wah, wah, wah. What it need, Delta high octane 93 trees. It's giving you higher gas mileage and speed. Higher performance guaranteed. Higher engine life for your ride. Higher. If you have a high performance car, a truck, speedboat or a bus, you really need a gas that you can trust. That won't mash up your engine, rattling and singing, wasting your money. Do you hear what I'm singing? Fill me up with premium. Just fill me up. Just fill me up with premium. 'Cause the only gas for me is Delta High Octane 93.
Are you looking for an investment opportunity to make your dreams come true? Well, stop looking, for Candy Resort Nevis has that opportunity for you. Candy Resort is a premier getaway to the serene and vibrant Libert Hill, St. James Parish. Surrounded by breathtaking landscapes, our luxurious condominiums offer a seamless blend of tropical elegance and modern comfort, your perfect escape in the heart of the Caribbean. But that's not all. Owning a property at Candy Resort Nevis qualifies you for the prestigious Citizenship by Investment program, granting you the coveted opportunity to become a citizen of St. Kitts and Nevis. Enjoy unparalleled benefits from global mobility to investment security, all while owning a slice of paradise in an area set for tremendous growth in both residential and the tourism sectors. Don't miss this investment opportunity of a lifetime. Call Caribbean Development Consultation Limited at area code 869-662-9565. That's area code 869-662-9565. Call today. Candy Resort Nevis, where luxury meets legacy.
Need to get your goods to St. Kitts and Nevis? Look no further. TDC Shipping has you covered with reliable cargo solutions by land, air, and sea. Whether it's a package from across the world or a large shipment of goods, TDC Shipping makes it easy, affordable, and stress-free. And with our airbox service, ordering from your favorite online stores just got even easier. Ship straight to your mailbox and let TDC Shipping handle the rest. Fast, secure, and even to your door. Visit us today at the C.A. Paul Southwell Industrial Park or Penny's Industrial Site, or call 465-2511 in St. Kitts or 469-5430 in Nevis. TDC Shipping, where reliable service meets unbeatable convenience. TDC, together we succeed.
So we're here on a Tuesday evening with the sponsorship of Nagico, TDC, Lefco, and Candy Resort. And we're having discussions about a physical bridge between Nevis and St. Kitts. And I'm so happy that Dr. Denzil Douglas brought it up in the last budget debate, because it is something that we should have at the forefront of our minds. I mean, we came here, and in my time, we had the sailing boats heading down to St. Kitts. Pure sail, and then they got some engines pushed by a little boat behind. Some had an internal engine. And then we moved on to those steamers, which used to take forever and a day, but shorter than the sailing boats. And then we came up to boats which saw an improvement in that all of a sudden you had these big steamers, comfortable. But I remember going back to those days. I mean, maybe it was more than just taking people from Nevis to St. Kitts and St. Kitts to Nevis, because the sailors used to throw out their fishing lines and then slow down the boat so that they could pull in their fish. So it wasn't just all about us, it was about them as well. And then we moved on to boats like the Carib Queen, and now we are in the era of water taxis and fast ferries. And the Eastern Caribbean Central Bank took this very seriously, in that nearly 30 years ago, they commissioned a study to look into a physical bridge between Nevis and St. Kitts. And I keep telling people, somebody asked me to read again from the executive summary. I keep telling people, try to get a hold of it. And it says that the major rationale for the project included greater economic integration, enhanced project coordination between both administrations, increased labor mobility, and greater flexibility in response to natural disasters. It says that the latter point is underscored by the need to access urgent medical care and supplies during times of natural disaster. Further, access by air or road would be facilitated through a fixed link between both islands. The project would also increase the rate of return on the investment in the Dr. Kennedy Simmons Highway that leads to the Southeast Peninsula. All of that is a given. So the real question has to be, why is it that we haven't advanced this beyond just a study? Why is it that our thinking has been so short-term that we are prepared to invest a whole ton of money into boats so that we continue moving at the convenience of others, so that we feel that it is convenient for us to invest a lot of money in the seaports? And so we build piers and we build ferry terminals and those kinds of things. And we're prepared to spend over $100 million on an airport. But we're not prepared to discuss having a physical link between Nevis and St. Kitts, where you will have greater freedom of movement of people and goods and services. Think of all those persons who are working in St. Kitts and vice versa, those from St. Kitts who are working in Nevis and who have to commute on a daily basis, but have to commute as per the schedule of the boats. Think of all of our persons who are attending institutions of learning in St. Kitts. And so every morning when you come to Charlestown, you see a lot of persons dressed in the uniform of the Clarence Fitzroy Bryan College. And to a lesser extent, more so on the weekends, you see people from the private schools or from the primary schools who are traveling back and forth for the weekend. And there is cricket in St. Kitts starting tomorrow. And so I will be going down to look at the cricket and to do some work at the cricket. And so I'll be traveling Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday if the game goes for all 4 days. But even though the game starts at 10 o'clock in the morning, if I want to leave from Charlestown and head into Bastille so I can have a nice little stroll up to Warner Park to look at Leewards and Trinidad, the schedule of the boat dictates that since there is no 8 o'clock ferry, and since 9 o'clock will get me there too late to see the toss, that I would possibly have to leave at 7 or 7:30. And what about when the game finishes at 5 o'clock in the afternoon? Boat leaves at 5, and then the next one is at 6. But if there was a physical bridge, I would not have to hurt my head at all. I'd be able to leave from home at 8:30 and get into St. Kitts by 9 o'clock. At the park, possibly shortly thereafter, well in time to see the toss at 9:30. But it is not just on this individual basis that you have to look at it. You have to look at it on a business level. And I keep saying to people that, okay, everybody know that the larger container ships come into St. Kitts. Everybody know that the car ferry comes into St. Kitts. But the businesses in St. Kitts that also have businesses in Nevis, those businesses, if you're bringing in 40 containers and you have 5 containers for Nevis, more than likely all of those 40 would stay in St. Kitts. You lift them in St. Kitts. But then you have to get them to Nevis. And so you have to put them on another means of transport to bring them over to Nevis. And in our case, we have more than one, so that you can have your choice. But it's not for free. There is a cost. And if you're paying, and I like to use numbers like 1,000 and 1,500 to have a container put on a ferry in St. Kitts, not on a ferry, on a barge in St. Kitts, to be brought over to Nevis, you naturally expect that the goods which are sold in both St. Kitts and Nevis, that the price in St. Kitts would be a lot cheaper. The cost of doing business is not going to be the same in St. Kitts as in Nevis when you have to pay additional freight charges in terms of your container to get that to Nevis. And we're asking the question and allowing people to ask the question, why is it that after all of these many years of Nevis and St. Kitts being 2 miles away from each other, that we haven't expanded our thinking towards bridging the gap? Having an actual bridge between Nevis and St. Kitts. We saw the need to spend $150 million on a second cruise ship here. Nobody's arguing against that. We're into tourism. And so it is important for us to ensure that persons who come in by boat, that they will be able to not just access the land by way of the pier, but to have them do it without too much of a wait, too much of a hassle. Because there are days when you have 5 and occasionally You have 6 ships in the harbor. And so the one pier can only have so much. And so the second cruise ship pier in St. Kitts was important. Nobody's arguing against that. I mean, we haven't seen any moves in Nevis to get a proper pier, much less a cruise ship pier, much less an area where you can say that this is where we want our tourists to land and to have an experience similar to the Port Zante experience. We're asking our people to expand their thinking beyond that. Don't just think in terms of piers, neither in terms of passenger or cruise ship. Those are important, yes, but we want you to expand your thinking deeper and wider. And so we have been advancing the argument that the time is now and that something like this should happen in our lifetimes, that we should have a physical bridge, and we should start discussing the idea of a physical bridge between the islands of Nevis and St. Kitts, just 2 miles apart. And you know, because we have been having these discussions, I've had the opportunity to do all kinds of research on bridges throughout the world, not just in Canada and America, but in Asia and in particular in China. And some of these, in terms of the architecture, in terms of the construction methods, in terms of the bridges themselves, what we have seen are absolutely remarkable. And I have a couple to show you this evening, which I'll show you a little bit later on. But we want to get people thinking, because you can get so comfortable in just taking a passenger boat to St. Kitts and from St. Kitts to Nevis that you forget that there might be a better way. That there might be a way that would benefit the islands greatly, and in particular benefit Nevis more than it benefits St. Kitts. We have to start thinking in terms of the economy and the impact that a physical bridge between Nevis and St. Kitts would have on the economy of both islands. And you know, recently somebody said to me, listen, Powell, this bridge talk is good. But when you do a bridge, it must not just be a bridge to get people from here to there. The bridge itself must be a feature so that people would want to go to see the bridge first of all. It must attract people because of the architectural style and the method and the look of the bridge. And I said, wow, that is a great idea. It is not just to get you from one point to the next. It must be something that say to people, listen, come. You would want to travel on me. You would want to take a couple of pictures on me. But in addition to all of that, the bridge and the use of the bridge must benefit the people of both Nevis and St. Kitts. Take us, for example. We have no means of getting our people who require dialysis treatment to have that treatment on the island of Nevis. None. But they have units in St. Kitts. And so our people have been commuting for these several years. I should tell you that we once had units on Nevis which were brought in 2013 that were never used. So really and truly you have to say that we never had, because they were here, never commissioned, never used, of no use to the people who were sick and who required the treatment. But there are units on St. Kitts. And the only means of getting to St. Kitts is by boat, We don't have the kind of frequency of air travel that we had during the days of Nevis Express. And so we ask our people who require the treatment to take a boat and to go to St. Kitts, undergo the treatment, relax themselves for a period of time, get back to Nevis, and by the time you recover, it's time to go back to St. Kitts again to go across what one person called the shark-infested waters to St. Kitts to get the treatment. How much easier would it be if you were able to just drive yourself? Because these people drive themselves when they're on island. When they go to St. Kitts and come back to Nevis, most of them jump in their own vehicle and go home. So how much easier would it have been if they were able to drive themselves down to St. Kitts, relax, have the treatment, relax, and then come to Nevis, driving themselves? You're talking about a distance of 2 miles, which in the scheme of things and in some of the bridges that I've seen that have been stretching for 30-something miles, this is a piece of cake. So why are we not thinking about it? And not just thinking about it, why are we not making plans? You can join the conversation by calling 469-7953, 669-7312, or 917-460-2187. 669-7312. You can join us on WhatsApp using that number as well. We're coming back. Let me look for a bridge feature while you listen to this.
If you thought the first round was great, well, think again. When it's nice, we do it twice. When it's hot, we take it from the top. And when it's sweet, we definitely got to repeat. We're making it bigger and better. Make your next Valentine's Day unforgettable. Join the Valentine's Day raffle and support 2020 Vision Radio, your community voice on the ear, with tons of fabulous prizes up for grabs. Your chance of winning is high. Imagine surprising your loved one with a brand new smart TV or a Samsung tablet or a sleek laptop or one of the many other prizes available. The big drawing is on February 13th, so you'll have the perfect gift in hand for Valentine's Day. Treat yourself or someone special. Tickets are only $10 each and will not last, so don't miss your chance. Get your tickets today from any member of the 2020 Vision team, and let's make this Valentine's Day one to remember. 2020 Vision Radio, your station, your voice, your choice.
This Valentine's Day, the NRP St. George's Constituency Group invites you to an unforgettable evening. Join us for the all-inclusive Valentine's Day cruise cocktail on board the party boat Prince Devontae J. Vibes powered by DJ Smudge and Ike the Real Right, spinning the hottest tracks all night. It's happening Friday, February 14th from 6 to 10 p.m. Early bird tickets are $125 for singles and $250 for couples until January 31st. Regular prices, $150 and $275. Tickets available at Divinity Touch or by calling 869-661-2271 or 869-661-6277. Don't miss your chance to win amazing prizes and create memories that last a lifetime. Let's cruise, cocktail, and celebrate love and style with the NRP St. George's Constituency Group. See you there.
Shopping with TDC just got much easier. Here's how. Log on to shoptdcgroup.com. Shop at your convenience at any time, from anywhere, with your smartphone, tablet, or computer. With our safe and secure payment checkout, you choose the option to pick up in-store or have your goods delivered right to your door. It's that easy. Shop tdcgroup.com, your one-stop online store.
Same quality you love, now online. Shop www.shoptdcgroup.com.
Are you looking for an investment opportunity to make your dreams come true? Well, stop looking, for Candy Resort Nevis has that opportunity for you. Candy Resort is a premier getaway to the serene and vibrant Libert Hill, St. James Parish. Surrounded by breathtaking landscapes, our luxurious condominiums offer a seamless blend of tropical elegance and modern comfort, your perfect escape in the heart of the Caribbean. But that's not all. Owning a property at Candy Resort Nevis qualifies you for the prestigious Citizenship by Investment program, granting you the coveted opportunity to become a citizen of St. Kitts and Nevis. Enjoy unparalleled benefits from global mobility to investment security, all while owning a slice of paradise in an area set for tremendous growth in both residential and the tourism sectors. Don't miss this investment opportunity of a lifetime. Call Caribbean Development Consultation Limited at area code 869-662-9565. That's area code 869-662-9565. Call today. Candy Resort Nevis, where luxury meets legacy.
I am the high performance engine inside her car. She buys me premium gas, not regular. She needs to feel my power when she turns me on. And when she mashes my gas, she needs to know, can I perform? Get ready for higher performance. All day long. And superior gas mileage. As Delta Petroleum introduces the real premium gasoline. For your engine, wah, wah, wah. What it need, Delta high octane 93 trees. For your engine, wah, wah, wah. What it need, Delta high octane 93 trees. It's giving you higher gas mileage and speed. Higher performance guaranteed. Higher engine life for your ride. Higher. If you have a high performance car, a truck, speedboat or a bus, you really need a gas that you can trust. That won't mash up your engine, rattling and singing, wasting your money. Do you hear what I'm singing? Fill me up with premium. Just fill me up. Just fill me up with premium. 'Cause the only gas for me is Delta High Octane 93.
Life's unpredictability is a constant reminder to be prepared. Let Nagico Insurances safeguard what matters most to you. Our comprehensive medical coverage includes dental, vision, and preventative care, ensuring your well-being. With a range of life insurance options, we assist in estate planning and cover significant expenses like education or home ownership. Contact Nagico now for tailored coverage that suits your needs. Nagico Insurances. Fast, fair, and always there.
And we're back with you talking about a bridge, physical link between Nevis and St. Kitts. And we've seen some sketches, such as the beautiful one on your screen there. And we keep saying to people every single week that we come here that the time has come. In this study that was done in the 90s, they said close to 30, it's probably 30, a little over 30 years ago. They said that the approximate location of this fixed link will be at the extreme end of the southeast peninsula in St. Kitts. And Hurricane Hill in Nevis, where the closest point is approximately, they say 2 kilometers. We've been saying 2 miles. This would make the world of difference for the economy of St. Kitts and Nevis, this bridge. You think that the passenger traffic that you see by boat now is huge? If you have a physical bridge and people can travel at their convenience and travel as often as they wish, I believe that the numbers would practically explode. Because you would not just have people traveling for work or for school or for shopping or for traveling experiences or for business, but you'd have the casual travelers, those persons who are coming in and and cruise ships and want to do more than just ride the railways or take a trip around the island, you'll have people who are signing up and saying that, listen, we want to do the 2 islands, one great experience, by jumping in a taxi at Port Zante or in Nevis, wherever you might want to take the taxi from your hotels, from your homes, from your Airbnb. And they say, we want to take a trip to St. Kitts. So from Nevis, you're heading across. Don't have to jump out at the edge of the water and say, no, I'm going to transfer to a boat. But you can say, listen, I'm jumping in at my home or in my hotel, and I'm heading across to the other island. And I want to take a trip around the other island. And it will get me back, if I'm on a cruise ship, it will get me back in time to take my ship anyhow. I'm talking about an experience which will be different to when you visit, for example, Trinidad and Tobago, or St. Vincent and the Grenadines, or Antigua and Barbuda, or St. Martin and Anguilla. You will have the ability to just step into your taxi and you come out when it's time to take pictures or to eat or to go to a rest stop. Think about it. It is something that we are telling you its time has come. And we want people to think seriously about this. Now, we've been looking at bridges all over the world, and I'm going to play you a short video. Some of these bridges I don't recommend, but I didn't want to cut them out of the video. I wanted to bring you all so that you can see the extremes that people go to move from one location to the next by way of a bridge. So if you see a rickety bridge in Pakistan, that is not what we are advocating. And if you see a bamboo bridge someplace which is seasonal, that is also not what we are recommending. But we just want people to know that the bridge is important, the bridge's time has come. But more important than that, we want people to start thinking that when we do this bridge, because I strongly suspect that it will be done, hopefully in my time. But when we do this bridge, that the bridge itself must be an architectural marvel and must be something that people can look at and say, wow, it took a long time, but it's finally here. So let's take a look at this.
These are the 9 craziest bridges in the world that you won't believe exist. Would you dare to cross them? Number 9. Zhangjiajie Glass Bridge in China. Hanging over the Zhangjiajie Grand Canyon in Hunan Province, China. The Zhangjiajie Glass Bridge is the world's longest and highest glass-bottomed bridge. Its transparent floor offers a dizzying view of the canyon floor, providing an adrenaline rush for visitors. The bridge can withstand strong winds and earthquakes, thanks to its sturdy construction using tempered glass and steel cables. Number 8. Husseini Hanging Bridge in Pakistan. Found in northern Pakistan, the Husseini Hanging Bridge is notorious for its precarious state, with missing planks and swinging ropes. It spans the Hunza River and is used by locals to traverse the treacherous terrain. Despite its dilapidated appearance, the bridge is still actively used by villagers every day. Number 7. Sidu River Bridge in China. Spanning the Sidu River Gorge in Hubei Province, China, the Sidu River Bridge holds the title of the world's highest bridge in terms of height from the ground to the deck. It offers stunning views of the steep cliffs and the river below. Construction of the bridge took over 10 years to complete and required advanced engineering techniques. Number 6. Golden Bridge in Vietnam. Perched atop Bana Hills near Da Nang, Vietnam, the Golden Bridge is a stunning architectural marvel known for its giant stone hands cradling the pedestrian walkway. The bridge offers breathtaking views of the surrounding mountains and lush greenery, creating a surreal experience for visitors. The bridge's unique design gives the illusion of walking on clouds, making it a popular destination for tourists. Number 5. Eshima Ohashi Bridge in Japan. The Eshima Ohashi Bridge boasts an incredibly steep incline that makes it appear like a roller coaster. This unique design is barriers necessary to allow ships to pass beneath it due to the bridge spanning Lake Nakomi. It's nicknamed the roller coaster bridge due to its intimidating appearance, but it's perfectly safe to drive on. Number 4, Bamboo Bridge of Kampong Cham in Cambodia. Stretching over the Mekong River in Kampong Cham, Cambodia, the bamboo bridge is a seasonal structure rebuilt annually during the dry season using bamboo and other natural materials. Despite its temporary nature, it provides a vital connection for locals between the mainland and Koh Phangan Island. The bridge is dismantled and reconstructed each year to withstand the river's rising waters during the rainy season, showcasing the ingenuity and resilience of the local community. Number 3, Langkawi Sky Bridge in Malaysia. Hovering 660 meters above sea level in Langkawi, Malaysia, the Sky Bridge offers breathtaking panoramic views of the surrounding rainforest and islands. Supported by a single pylon, the bridge curves gracefully through the mountains, providing an exhilarating experience for visitors. The bridge's curved design allows it to withstand high winds and seismic activities. Number 2, Royal Gorge Bridge in the USA. Spanning the Arkansas River near Canyon City, Colorado, the Royal Gorge Bridge is one of the highest suspension bridges in the world, offering jaw-dropping views of the steep canyon below. It was built around 100 years ago, and it has since become an iconic attraction in Colorado, attracting millions of visitors every year. Number 1, Storsøysundet Bridge in Norway. Located in Norway's scenic Atlantic Ocean road, the Storsøysundet Bridge is famous for its dramatic appearance, appearing to curve sharply in the middle. This optical illusion gives drivers the sensation of driving off a cliff before the road smoothly continues. The bridge is often referred to as the Drunk Bridge due to its unusual shape.
9 bridges that make you wonder, make you pause, make you think. And that is exactly what this program is about, to get you to start thinking beyond the norm. And you see, none of these bridges that I showed you because I wanted you to get scared, but because I wanted you to get interested. These are bridges where people dared to think beyond the ordinary. Good evening to all the online persons who are there. Quite a number of you are there this evening. And I always have to remember that I have to read your comments and make sure that I follow what you're saying. Chesil, for example, is saying, I really don't know what is the reason why a bridge hasn't been built between these two islands as yet. A Prime Minister like Gaston Brown would have already asked the Chinese to give it a study and the way to move forward. All of our leaders of St. Kitts and Nevis are playing, with our development. We got to start doing some development between the two islands. And I've been arguing that St. Kitts and Nevis are too close for us not to have a bridge. And Chesil is advocating the same thing. I'm saying that this little distance that we are talking about is a distance that the Chinese laugh at. You're talking about 2 miles between Nevis and St. Kitts in waters which are generally on an average bit about 30-something feet deep. This is something that these fellows could finish easily in less than a year. I've seen some bridges where, when you look at the history of the bridges and the length of the bridges and the depths of water that you have to walk in and the number of lanes that the bridges have, and you hear people say, oh, that was completed in 18 months. That was completed in 12 months. And you're talking about a short span between Nevis and St. Kitts, which the ordinary person seem to be fearful of because we haven't done anything like that. But there is always a first time to do something like this for us in the islands. But more than that, there are people out there, and China Harbor is actively working in the Caribbean. China Harbor has worked in Jamaica. I think they are doing a project down in St. Vincent. And these are people who understand how to get this kind of work done. We're getting older. And the time has come for us to say, hey, listen, let us start thinking wider and deeper. And it is time for us here in Nevis and St. Kitts to start saying, why is it that we can't improve the way we do business and the way we live by having a bridge of this nature? John Gilbert is saying that, listen, he grew up on a river and used to love to do his fishing and all of that, so he's accustomed to water and water projects. And John is one of those persons who has been always encouraging and talking about this bridge. I believe that John has seen the sunrise a couple more times than me. So he and I are both anxious to make sure that we can see something like this done in our lifetime. We're going to be here on a Tuesday night. And we're going to be talking about this and encouraging people to start thinking about it. And encouraging people to tell the people who are in office, the politicians, that we didn't elect you to office to be ordinary. We elected you into office to think beyond the norm. Let's cross to the phone lines. Hello, good evening, caller.
Yes, Caroline, good night.
It's a great night. How are you?
I join you and John in the commissioning of the bridge in my lifetime as well. It is something that I think is long overdue. And I remember as a small boy going to think it, with me, my mother, to Tonhan and so on. We used to drive on the sailboat. Sailboat, sometimes they have to do hours, have to be on the water for hours, having to talk, especially if the wind is not in their favor. And hours on the sea water. And things has improved over them years. As you said earlier, you used to depend on the wind flow for the sailing boat. Then they get an outboard small boat to push it along. So at least it can be going steady along, steady. Then improve, they get quite a number of ferry, a lot of ferry, privately owned and, just like now. And, things, like I said, has improved. But it's time now that, we can get going on with a bridge. I honestly would like to see some action. I don't know if anything is on the horizon right now, but really, just an instant, just something come to mind. I remember in December, Nevis run out of cooking gas, and I was one of those who would run out of gas. I said to myself, boy, if the bridge was there, I could have go over St. Kitts, see me pack on the fire, and the gas finished. I could have go over St. Kitts quickly, pick up some gas in my truck car, come back over, and continue cooking or baking, whatever they're doing. We have to be waiting, for the opportune time, waiting on a boat, take hours, and so on. So, I believe that a bridge will really help a whole lot. Move on from one level to the next and coming up to this level. It will certainly really bridge the gap between the movement. And I know definitely when once you put a bridge there, it certainly will be a positive in the right direction. Trade, everything will be different. Because people will want to know that they can, as you said earlier, you can go St. Kitts whenever you like, come when you like, anytime you want. You don't have to be waiting, for a ferry. No time. You get on, you come off, do what you have to do, come back over. So I am hoping that something like that will materialize in my lifetime. Thank you.
Caller, thank you very much for your call. And I'm like you. I'm hopeful. And a lot of people will not see what we are talking about now. Because when the Southeast Peninsula Road was built, I remember listening to people and they're wondering why the hell are they building that road in the Southeast? Going all the way over there, opening up lands which were never opened up before. I tell you something, if you're supposed to build the Southeast Peninsula in 2025, build that road in 2025, you would have lost the opportunity for all the developments which have happened over there up to this point. But more than that, do you think about the cost? How much it would cost to do the same work now? And you look back and you say that, wow, that was a stroke of genius, not just luck. Somebody had to come up with the concept. They had to sell the idea. And then they had to find the funding to put that road. And look at it now. I am asking you if you consider the same thing for a bridge between Nevis and St. Kitts. Listen, Chesil, you're good for me. You're good for the show. Chesil is saying that the bridge should be erected before 2027. I totally agree with you. This project is not going to take so long in the construction phase. The funding, getting the funding is another matter. But St. Kitts and Nevis shouldn't have any problems raising a couple of $100 million to build this bridge. And yes, Essence, we're going to be talking about this for a while because our sponsors have said to us that, listen, you just go on a Tuesday night and get people to start imagining a physical bridge between Nevis and St. Kitts and what it can do for the people, for the economy. But not only that, what it can do for the ego of the people of St. Kitts and Nevis. Imagine our people saying that, hey, listen, I'm going to St. Kitts. And then somebody, your family member or friend asking you from overseas, so how are you going to get to St. Kitts? Where are you going to depart from? Say, I'm taking the bridge, man. It's all right. There are buses which leave on a regular basis. Plus, I can drive over myself. I mean, the bridge would pay for itself. I keep hearing people wondering how much is it going to cost? What is the toll going to be? Listen, what is the cost of you working and living on either St. Kitts or Nevis and traveling 5 days a week? What is that cost? What is the cost of you doing business in Nevis and having to pull 30 containers per year with goods for your business? Or even 20, 15, 10. How much would it cost if you were able to just pay to have it hauled rather than putting it on a boat to come to Nevis? You think it would cost you the same $1,000 or $1,500? Or it might just cost you a couple of hundred. And what about the savings that you will be able to pass on to the customers, to the consumers? You think that your volume of sale would stay the same when the goods are cheaper because you have saved? I believe so. And so that is why we come here on a Tuesday night and we start asking you to think about a bridge and to start talking about it. But not just talking about it. Invite your friends to listen to us on a Tuesday night. We come on right after Danny Atherton. Danny Atherton, his program finishes at 8:30. And so we just take 10 minutes so that Danny could ease out nicely. He and I have a little chat because he's a Zion man, so we got to talk. And then I set up and I come on from 9:40 and we spend an hour talking about this bridge. Tell your friends. Tell them tune in. Tell them listen to the show. They can find it on YouTube and listen to it. And when you come on, just share. You have to share the program so that people could know that there is an interesting show on 2020 Vision Radio where we are talking about a bridge. But I want you to do more than that. I'm going to give you the numbers in a little while. I want you to save the numbers, because these are the same numbers that you will use to call in and share your thoughts. Every single time that I wake up, every day that I wake up, I have this on my mind, this bridge between Nevis and St. Kitts. Not just on a Tuesday. I think about it often. Good evening, caller.
Blessed night, Brother Carlisle.
How are you doing tonight?
I'm thankful for the almighty love. How are you doing, my brother?
I am getting better and better.
We're thankful for joy and peace.
Yes.
Blessed night to your listeners via radio and internet, and even of they call Facebook and Facebook and YouTube, as you call YouTube. So I heard you with some reference on establishing a bridge between the Isles of St. Kitts and Nevis.
Yes.
Being a common within making movements going flow within any hazard being applied. But I would like to ask, if this here comes to fruition, will we be able to have a good environmental impact assessment, knowing what we are requiring for, as I say, if some statement being made out as a small island state?
It's an important question. And I don't know if you have had a chance to look at the report that was done 30 years ago. But 762-6157, that's my number. 762-6157. Send me your email address and I will share the report with you. Because one of the things that it looked at...
Stop it before you go further, Brother Carlisle. I don't deal with email, but I will work with your WhatsApp for you. But I will get in communicate with you, so don't worry.
Listen.
Get down the number fully tonight. Me gonna communicate with you, so don't fret.
This report is a 43-page report. But I promise you, take my number. I am going to take out the environmental impact assessment part of it. What they spoke to about that. I will make sure take out that section and WhatsApp it to you. I'm scrolling through right now to find that area, because this did not do an EIA because it was just a report on the possibilities, but they did speak to the need for a proper EIA. And I imagine that once this bridge is done, once they start thinking about it, the planning aspect of it would include the EIA. So you're on very good ground, my brother.
Well, I must be here because I look for the environmental to be clean, you know. Not some people still ain't clear up the action yet. We remember that too. Because in the aspect, once we still come to a fruition as a state, that's not just the environmental impact, but we have to look at how will people who travel back and forth will not be able to do any danger applying when they're walking and they're moving across the waters, because we just see that acquire on board. People throw buckle and all them things where they use left them and things. You know, want them kind of nasty around them kind of environmental development.
This section is not long, so I still have some time. It's 9:35. I have another 5 minutes, and I'm prepared to give you most of that 5 minutes so that I could read the section for you. Under environmental issues, which is at 5.4 on page 24 of the report, it says a thorough environmental impact assessment would need to be conducted. Given the dependence of small islands in the Caribbean and the twin island nation state on tourism, it is fundamental that no activity impact negatively on the natural environment, but serves the purpose of facilitating the use and enjoyment of its existence. The major concern from the construction of the bridge is the impact on marine flora and fauna in the channel between both islands. Additionally, If adjacent hills are used to fill in the channel, the environmental impact assessment should also address the impact on both the flora and fauna on land. The impact of the construction on fishing banks, wave action, and access by fishermen are germane to this analysis. The EIA will also need to examine the impact of changes to the landscape in the straits on the pattern of wave currents as they relate to Port Zante. Some of the issues to be considered by the EIA are outlined below. And below they talk about conservation and preservation of wetlands, having a navigable passage through the channel, meaning that boats should still be able to pass through freely. And they also looked at fish and wildlife and plant preservation. They also looked at noise and traffic pollution. So this is not an EIA, but it is speaking directly to what some of the issues that an EIA should address. So your concern, your question was brilliant.
I thank you for the information sharing. These are the instances that we have to raise. I put it basically just recently to Premier when he had the program last week. I just state that there was a high level dignitary discussion about energy entrapment. As they say, there was a conference that held in St. Kitts, and he outlined about the geothermal and the aspect, and I asked him, the journalist, are we able to have our young people being assessed in the studies of the geothermal, so we don't have to be bringing in people to acquire them of the service, but we have our own people have that institution to get them service better. So we must be able to have our young ones them start doing studies in that capacity and not just putting things on ground and not to our generation. Yeah, they can be the ones who carry the future. Give them.
Caller, thank you very much for your very important call.
You have a lovely night.
You too. And trust me, I'm working in St. Kitts quite a bit this month. I'll tell you when you can meet me at Warner Park so that I will be able to give you the section that you require.
So like you can't do what your position be in the days of this month, because we are looking now to establish our week activities from the 23rd to the 1st.
Listen, when I come down there, I'll be down there all day for cricket. So even if you're having activities, cricket is from 10 o'clock to 5 o'clock. You must be able to find time here between 10 and 5. I'm not just coming in and out. I'll be at cricket from 10 o'clock to 5 o'clock.
I will tell you straight over, Brother Carla, once you catch me, but if you don't catch me, you don't know.
Yes, ma'am. But I'll have it for you. Whenever we meet up, I'll still have it.
Thank you a lot, man.
Thank you very much. Give thanks. Okay. Thank you very much. And that caller has taken us up to 8:39. But listen, I love calls. I want to interact with our people. I want us to be able to talk about this bridge. And there's a lot of talking we have to talk, because when people are talking about the bridge, some people believe that you should have a mechanism where you could shut off the bridge. Well, you want to shut off the bridge in one federation where people can move freely between the islands. Free passage. That is what we are advocating. And I am not going to, on a future program, people could call in and talk about what they want to talk about. But I just want people to know that there are good people in Nevis and good people in St. Kitts. And there are bad people in Nevis and bad people in St. Kitts. I don't want you to think that no one island has a license and bad people. There are good and bad people all over. And I'm not going to live my life in fear of bad people. I'm going to live my life knowing that there are good people out there, and that I prefer to be positive at all times. Yes, I want the bridge before 2027. I want the bridge now. Our politicians have to start thinking beyond supporters. You got to start thinking in terms of St. Kitts and Nevis. I'm waiting on the bridge. I want to drive on the bridge. But more so, while I still have some energy, I want to be able to say that I walk from Nevis to St. Kitts. And I want to be able to say that I walk from St. Kitts and I walk back to Nevis. Doesn't matter how long it take me. I still am mobile. And I don't want him to wait until I can't do it. Let us get up and start talking about it. And every single Tuesday, well, except the first Tuesday of the month, I have an engagement on the first Tuesday of every month. And so, unless I finish that engagement pretty early, I would not generally make it here in time for the show. But other than the first Tuesday of every month, I will be here. Somebody will be here. We'll be talking about the bridge. And we're going to talk until the sponsors say, okay, all right, we have had enough. And right now the sponsors are saying, listen, keep talking. People are listening. And since people are listening, we will continue to talk. So until we come back again next Tuesday, we're saying thank you to our sponsors. And we're going to hear from them. But before we hear from them, let's hear from Dr. Denzel Douglas.
We want finally to emphasize for national economic development and investment the big pictures that we painted 10, 15 years ago of physical connectivity between St. Kitts and Nevis. If that is possible and that is going to enhance our future development, let us go out.
Life's unpredictability is a constant reminder to be prepared. Let Nagico Insurances safeguard what matters most to you. Our comprehensive medical coverage includes dental, vision, and preventative care, ensuring your well-being. With a range of life insurance options, we assist in estate planning and cover significant expenses like education or home ownership. Contact Nagico now for tailored coverage that suits your needs. Nagico Insurances. Fast, fair, and always there.
I am the high performance engine inside her car. She buys me premium gas, not regular. She needs to feel my power when she turns me on. And when she mashes my gas, she needs to know, can I perform? Get ready for higher performance all day long. And superior gas mileage. As Delta Petroleum introduces the real premium gasoline. Why your engine wah wah wah, but it Delta high octane 93. Why your engine wah wah wah, but it Delta high octane 93. It's giving you higher gas mileage and speed. Higher performance guaranteed. Higher engine life for your ride. Higher. If you have a high performance car, a truck, speed, motor, or bus, you really need a gas that you can trust. That won't mash up your engine, rattling and singing, wasting your money. Do you hear what I'm singing? Fill me up with premium. Just fill me up. Just fill me up with premium. 'Cause the only gas for me is Delta High Octane 93.
Are you looking for an investment opportunity to make your dreams come true? Well, stop looking, for Candy Resort Nevis has that opportunity for you. Candy Resort is a premier getaway to the serene and vibrant Libert Hill, St. James Parish. Surrounded by breathtaking landscapes, our luxurious condominiums offer a seamless blend of tropical elegance and modern comfort, your perfect escape in the heart of the Caribbean. But that's not all. Owning a property at Candy Resort Nevis qualifies you for the prestigious Citizenship by Investment program, granting you the coveted opportunity to become a citizen of St. Kitts and Nevis. Enjoy unparalleled benefits from global mobility to investment security, all while owning a slice of paradise in an area set for tremendous growth in both residential and the tourism sectors. Don't miss this investment opportunity of a lifetime. Call Caribbean Development Consultation Limited at area code 869-662-9565. That's area code 869-662-9565. Call today. Candy Resort Nevis, where luxury meets legacy.